they have vehicle now when I break down and leave them a road and leave them vulnerable, right? I remember when you look at the courthouses in Jamaica, all of them was in ruin. The hospital, the whole works, the whole entire infrastructure of this country was falling apart in a time when the world economy was growing 5 and 6 and 7%, right? Now that the world economy, I think the IMF put out the world economy is supposed to grow much like 1.3% this year, right? The whole world economy is in a slow or no growth, and this government can able to do so much for the Jamaican people. And when the world economy was growing 7, 8, and 9%, public sector workers have 8 and 9 years of wage freeze. So you tell me something? I can't understand.
And that's the government some people prefer to have a wage freeze than a government to give back. Yeah? Give back to people for better off them life. Yeah?
There was some persons.
I want to hear from Mr. Rod. Mr. Rod?
Okay, sorry.
Welcome.
Yeah, man. Blessed good evening, man.
Good evening, good evening.
We have things to add to the discussion.
Yeah, man. Blessed good evening. Yeah, boy. Sir Joshua, long time I don't hear you, man. Yes, so TVJ, everybody come apologize now.
Yes, sir. It's been a while, but I'm here. I'm glad you commented on it because I saw Painter put it in the chat. But I believe it's deliberate, and let me tell you why. If you have a pond and there's mud at the bottom, you muddy up the water, and then afterwards you try to do something to try and stop the mud. When people look, all they're seeing is mud. A lot of people not looking at the efforts afterwards, and that's what the PNP love to do and their surrogates. They make sure that they put out the false information out there and create a firestorm. And then in the midst of the firestorm, when nobody's listening to the apology, then that's the time they put out the apology. That's how they operate. You know? And we can see a definite pattern. In fact, I don't know if you saw the video by Mr. Shukir the other day. Mr. Shukir the other day, chastising the media for how they operate.
Yeah, I see when said this guy on Power 106, morning program.
No man, Mr. Shukir, Jamaica 411 actually played the tape with Mr. Shukir.
The one
chastising the media.
Let's speak about the. Some used to listen Motti and in can't bother with them.
Right, same one. You know, and it's true. From Motti gone, in fact, even up to the point when the Prime Minister was elected, right? But when the PNP realized that another election was coming up and they were about to lose it, that media party, and that's where things change.
Mm-hmm. So why them have to tear down the PM to get popularity? If it's still relevant.
It is not just the Prime Minister alone, you know. You see, let me tell you something. They're only using Andrew Ole's name and his office as a vehicle, a means to an end. They are also the PMP and the entrepreneurs of this country against the Jamaican poor people who the government are setting up social programs for, like the social pension funds and all of these things. They are against it. If you listen to their bloggers, remember, I know their bloggers go off for what their leader tell them, to talk about, And all of these PNP bloggers are against every program that the government implemented. Them even against the 53% reduction in the tax on light bill to come. You understand? So they are against the Jamaican people for the first time can get benefit from their tax dollar. That's what they're against. We are no longer
Good night, people.
we are no longer in the era where a man can have $1 million, take you go buy a government paper and go on the Bahamas on vacation. So that's what they want to
Good
carry on.
night.
Good night,
Good night, labor rights.
Good night.
Mr. Joshua. Mr. Joshua, long time don't hear, sir. Glad to hear you again, sir. And I try call you, find the number them, but they're not working, so I have a new
Oh, Thomas, I'll have to find a way to get back to you, man. Good night, sir. It's been a while, long time.
Yes, but that's it.
You know.
That's all right, but we miss you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that's a prayer, man, but
thank you, man. I appreciate it. As I told Sweetie before, as I told Sweetie before that I won't be staying, you know, so I'm mainly listening on the outside.
Yeah, cause so that appealing for the other side. I said I didn't get you have a TikTok and social media.
Well, let them say that, no? Let them say that, no? It's their mouth, you know.
Yeah, but I'm glad to see you come back still. They are going to listen, no, because I listen to the topic. I never really know what now we talk about. So they are going to listen a little bit.
Well, we talk.
Well, they can boast about a lie. It's not strange.
Yeah, true. I go and listen a little bit still.
You know, one of the funny thing about it, you know, I'm just
good evening. Give me a minute, that Winston.
Hey, Captain, good night.
Hey, Josh. Greetings, my friend. Long time. Everybody is saying the same thing. Long time when I hear from you, but it's good to hear from you again.
Yeah.
But let me just clarify something. I'm gonna clarify something when we hear many of us have been singing on all day, saying that if you submit a building plan and you decide to make changes inside, for example, they said building plan where you submit for a 2-bedroom apartment and it is modified so that it is now a 4-bedroom, you would have breached. Breached, all right? Simple. Breached. And because that is not what was passed on the building plan. So just want to make that clear. So once we are given the information, we're not gonna be like the PNP, them a fix things. You breach, full stop. Because when I do a parish council, me usually serve notices on buildings like these. And I even called a planner since evening. And we were talking about it. And he said, well, that's a breach right there. But at the same time, politically, there is nothing the IC can do. But what the KSAMC can do is to let them bring in the building plan that is to represent what is currently there.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Or if they don't want to do that, then you're going to put a cease and desist order on it.
Right.
And it has to go through court.
They might do a new drawing for
man.
the change.
For classic, why the IC take up where the case?
What the IC did, because reading 20 of the pages out of the 63, it is telling me that IC really got dig up. They might try dig up something on the Prime Minister, which is evident, more than evident. And what they also did, they said in the report it says that they're linking something that could be in the interest of the Prime Minister or Dr. Holness, because his son's name is attached to this. But nowhere in all the document you can see where Mr. Holness is the owner or the developer. Because Emporium, I saw it name, Josh?
Something like so.
Yeah, man. Emporium is, I think it is Emporium that is no longer.
It's Emporium.
Yeah.
I have to keep it close because my background is noisy, so I don't want it to be coming on the line.
Good. So Emporium, the Prime Minister would no longer have any shares in that company. You understand? I don't know what he did with his shares, but he no longer owns any shares in that business. From I think
because
about
the Prime Minister put out
2022.
a letter, yeah, and what am I not know, but to me, my goal in the behind this thing, you know, my goal in a touch somebody at the IC and say, listen, just dig up where you can dig up, because the more you dig up, you're now going to certify him thing, so we can have it against him. That's what I think that's come to me, because you know something.
Hey, you know interesting about this is that there is a Town and Country Planning Act and there is the Building Act, and I see got draft for the Town and Country Planning Act, the Building Act, the Key and Cays Act. Me don't know how Keys and Cays even drop in a St. Andrew. I think them draft about 4 or 5 different acts, brother. When I just 2 acts them need for 3 acts them need.
Them to do that?
No, the IC. No,
to
listen. The reality is, the IC can do that because based on the document I'm reading, they have authorization to do intensive research on certain public figures, which includes the Prime Minister. So them just give them as I say, them a try everything, every single thing.
Classic.
To beat up the Prime Minister.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
They can do it, but it's under a very narrow scope. And let me qualify the scope. If it is convinced that the money that is being used to do development is not clean money, or it's not from a legitimate source, then they can do that. But they first have to be able to have reasonable suspicion, right? Mm-hmm. So for them to do that now, they're going outside of the scope. They're looking for everything. There's a drowning man grab at straws, and that's what the IC is doing. Their back is against the wall, and they're looking for everything. And in addition to that, they're trying to muddy the water so that people begin to look at the Prime Minister suspiciously. And that the public will be against the Prime Minister. It's not about justice and equity and trying to prove that their point is correct. It's really so that the public opinion is against the Prime Minister.
That is true, 100% facts. And as I said, the Prime Minister has no shares in this company, and there is even the thing there when the company's office of Jamaica is showing that he is not even a shareholder. He's not a shareholder, and he's not what you call the thing that when you have when you're part of like the board of management, you not have nothing to do with it. Simple put,
board of directors. It's board of directors, sir.
He's not even a part of the directors. Nothing. Let me tell you, absolutely nothing. But the fact that he once owned the land, the land where he once owned, but I guess he turned it over into somebody else's. Just as Mark would have turned over everything to Fim Pitney them. Prime Minister turned it over to his child. One of his son or probably 2. I don't know, but it's not his. And people can go there and can read the document, because believe me, the document easy for read and easy for understand. But after reading 20 pages, you realize you don't need to read nothing more than this, because this is just foolishness.
Classic more also some as we just understand everything we just said a while ago, but the KMC have them one name, the Paris Council, the near them, the Kingston people, that run the local. Then they done so them check it out everything alright on the CM building.
Yeah man, the right up to where they would have checked it. They would have said everything is good. But then
but I say right now, why them now are running now, like how this come on, why them now are running and go change that now if anything like that.
The KSAMC not changing nothing, Them say good.
But you may read that way like that. So like if them want, I cannot go in there now and go find something far, some far.
No, listen.
Promos.
All right, I'ma try explain it.
Promos.
Yeah, me I listen, man. Yeah.
Did you hear the contribution that I had made pertaining to that, or you had moved away from the mic, from the instrument?
A while ago. Just a while ago, I before. Yeah, where that's
Just before you return.
The limited scope. Yeah,
all right. So what I was saying is, right, it's a very narrow scope, and in addition to the narrow scope that I mentioned, I said the permissible scope, that narrowness, is first they must have reasonable suspicion that the prime minister is engaging in something. And without that, right, without that, what they are trying to do outside of that is really to try and muddy the water, because they realize that public opinion is really against them. So they want to make a point to say, hey, we're not wrong, seat there. Right? But they really don't. It's really a case of a drowning man hanging on to a straw.
Yeah, but everything about fire upon them, so egg the pan for them face, Joshua. Everything then try backfire.
You have some stupid people out there. Some stupid people out there. That's what they're pandering to.
Yeah, the PMP them. You know them. Yeah, more I run with it here, so you know them film style already. Alright. That's still good still.
Yeah, man, what I mean, I wanted to carry the planner on my show, but he said, remember, I still work for government. And he holds one of them good offices, so it don't make no sense him go deep into that. But if it is a case where him could have changed his voice, who's a change his voice then for sure. And he said, whatever information you want, you can get it from me. Plus, you know information already.
The right thing for protect him still, you know?
You know,
the right thing.
you know,
Yeah, load him up, you know?
you know, classic.
And him give you an example too, you know. Him say, look at Charlie Summit. Charlie Mount High. Him say Charlie Mount High. They would have submitted a building plan to say whatever amount of classrooms. But then they made the classroom smaller so they could get an extra 1 or 2 classrooms. They now would have to resubmit a plan. So that's the example right there. For this building, all they have to do is just resubmit a plan. No extra money, no more than the resubmission.
It's resubmission fee.
Okay. Yeah,
so politically, there's nothing the IC can do. And politically, there is nothing the KCMC can do.
Just want to muddy the water with some of them little followers around.
Exactly. And what they wanted to do, just as what Joshua said, is that if you get this news out there and the dunce them hear it quickly and start spread it, and the good thing about it is that last night the Prime Minister and this company, they were on cue, they were on point, and they responded to it in a matter of minutes. So it couldn't spread the wildfire like how they normally spread it.
That will like no classic. Recently, since conference, everything I come really good for countries. I'm fine with everything without nothing escape. I come with it, so worry about it. We love that.
But
yeah, in case like Maclack, understand.
But classic. The next big items is the 3 trillion. And
there's no big item there, brother.
I have the privilege of listening.
That don't make no sense.
I have the privilege of listening to the press conference today from the Minister of Information, and the Finance Minister was present as well, and was giving laying out everything in perspective. And yet still, you have the PNP bloggers, them, the garbage out there. You know, to surprise you, I was at the barbershop Saturday evening.
Coming over for use money.
I was at the barbershop Saturday evening having a conversation. And a gentleman, a gentleman came in the barber shop, and that was the first thing that he was putting on the table. And I said to him, how can you get where you get this such information? Because first, a hard to have to done throughout the ministry and all of these things. So I said, what about the appropriation committee that sat in the parliament who will find comb through all of these things before and everybody have to give account for our money spent on something. So why are we just hearing about this now? So me tell you something, brother. Jamaica is in a very, very bad place, you hear me? Really
Did you
bad.
say Jamaica is in a bad place?
Yeah, in terms of the
No, man,
treatment
Jamaica
of the
is not in a
people.
bad place.
I'm
No, man,
talking about
PNP is
the
in a bad
treatment of the
place.
people.
No, man, the place people are sensible, man. People can know bad place. What does the
PNP is in a
PNP them?
bad place.
Yes, them have to talk about, Bridget, not the people, man.
PMP-ism, brother. PMP-ism.
Even me I listen to you earlier and you say, boy, it's going to be difficult and you may see him war and them stuff there. Believe me, people not fool again. People not fool again. Even when they collecting money, them not go do them things there again. Didn't we expect to see war in local government election? Did we see any? Never see
No.
any. What we are going to see now is that more people are going to sell them vote. And that we are going to see.
And that's really a shame and disgrace to anybody who would want to do that.
What am I? What am I asking? No classic. Like what people are going to sell them vote. So the people, what am I? I did I get them? Can you tell me?
What we need for doing up, what we need for doing up, people, is that you see what
That will pay more for the vote I go win. That not gonna work neither.
what we need for doing up, people. You see what took place in Indian Town? We need for ensure so we spread it even more. Whenever we come on one program, every day we need to talk about it. At this your value, $3,000 out of $20,000 the PNP decide to give you. $17,000 counterfeit money.
When I say classic, every people are gonna sell them vote. So the man with the bigger money, that means that we are gonna tell them say PNP are gonna charge if they want to push out more money out there. Because we not just buy a vote like our PNP buy a vote. So we are gonna tell them say, so the people them corrupt and fool, everybody will sell them vote and go PNP.
Why? They must vote for them either. They might take the money, then I must vote for them.
That's right. I'm not with that lyrics. I'm not too with that lyrics like Bridget. I'm not saying that happen, you know. I'm not too with that lyrics to Bridget neither. I know that happen, but no, sir. No like how that sound.
But we need to sell a backpack story still. The backpack.
Hey,
$21 million. The man I get 21 million.
you're right, classic. I whole heap of vote go sell.
Yeah, man, sell the backpack story, man.
Yeah, man, I was on it early on before
Backpack,
Whole
backpack.
heap of vote go sell.
Yeah, man. Oh God, man, just imagine. Hey, me
So
say
me
me
ask
then
the
I want
classic.
taxi, you know. Me then I want taxi, you know, hear me, you know, jump up. Right now, you know, if I see people jump up and I say, boy, them go protest for minimum wage, I go join them, you know. Because when me see man like Dayton Campbell, I get $21 million a year. We just sit and in 4 meetings for the year. Just 4, you know. Because a quarterly EOJ would a meet. And him a get $21 million for do that. Even though it's not the government who pays minimum wage, I'm going to help them protest.
Hold on, classic. Am I to understand that it's someone who said that or someone else who said that, or you say you will have them to protest?
Listen, man, I'm selling a narrative, you know. I'm selling a narrative.
The reason, you see, I want to be clear because
Dayton Campbell is getting $21 million a year. So if him can get $21 million a year, why is it that then can't take him money and give him some people?
all right, we have to be careful. That argument has to be.
No, man, believe me. When you have to know the set of people, you spread that too.
Well, yeah, but whilst you're catering to a certain set, You have to understand that when you start a revolution, even people you don't want to get injured, go and get injured. So we have to be careful with that. And let me tell you why. Some people are going to say, yes, the government can pay more. One, it's not the government who is paying minimum wage, but the majority of the people.
Yeah, man, I did explain
right?
that.
Right. I know, I heard you said that. But in as much as it's not the government who is responsible for paying minimum wage, it is the government that ultimately set the rates and the hike. Now, when the government set the rates, you know, whether if it is accepted, then it's the government that either get the credit or sometimes even though it goes up, the government still don't get no credit. Boy, it could have higher. And the government get blamed again for not making it higher. And if it goes up and businesses crash as a result of minimum wage being too high, because businesses, companies, when they're raising salaries and wages, they have to look at their bottom line. We have to ensure that it doesn't raise to a point where it affects inflation, because businesses will now have to increase the prices of their goods and services. So the same thing that was intended to benefit the poor now is hurting the very set of people,
Right.
that it was intended to benefit. What the argument that we need to put forward is how the PNP changed the law. And as a result of that, one of their own is sitting on the board of EOJ benefiting from that same law. That is the argument.
Explain that.
Who set the rates for EOJ?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying explain it.
All right. There's no way anybody, be it Labour, right, PNP, no P, could have been on the board of EOJ. Right? When was the EOJ formed? That's the first thing we need to look at.
Mm-hmm.
When was it formed?
In the 90s.
Right? All right. Now we're getting somewhere. All right. So it therefore means that salaries and all of those things would have been agreed upon during the 90s. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It therefore means that the laws that governs the EOJ was primarily formed by the PNP and to a lesser degree supported by the JLP, because laws in general are not created by one side. The proposal may be put forward by one side, but it needs at least a certain amount from the other side to support it, right? So whatsoever Dayton Campbell or anyone on the board is benefiting from now, it is during the PNP tenureship.
Mm-hmm.
So it's now another PNP creation that is costing taxpayer. That is the argument that needs to go out there and not demonstrate for minimum wage to go higher when it doesn't need to go up higher right now, because it can affect the country.
Joshua, the question I never asked, like how data can be on the board. Do you have a labor right on the board similar?
Yeah, man, Vincent.
Yeah. Am I get the same money too?
I don't know what he's getting.
But that's
classic. If he's not the same money, classic labor.
I want somebody to know upon him. I want somebody upon him at the Dayton camp.
But you know,
no, it can't be one.
I want politician upon him at the Dayton camp.
No,
narrative, man.
Okay.
Labor counterpart is a
narrative, man.
Politician.
You think so when them they over for them live or sell for them narrative, them business with who are for pretty.
No, that's the classic. But listen, I said no.
Alone as politician upon it.
So the Liberal counterpart is not a politician.
We don't have nobody. We don't have none of them. We don't have nobody.
Everybody disappear and leave me alone down here as adults.
Yeah, you hear me say? I want politician upon here, Dayton camp.
Oh, we are right. Take the politician outside. Take the politician outside. Do you have a labor right first?
I don't know, brother.
Classic.
But just as the days
Chromas, lift him on, man. Yeah,
you know what I want to do.
Let me sell my narrative, brother.
Tips.
I Dayton Campbell alone upon it as a politician.
On the board alongside Campbell.
Is that
so you have to move
and the point that Joshua
but you know, you're a classic say, understand what I mean, no? We see what you are doing, Chromas. Yes. That one of the thing, labor right because we're truth telling. So when people say something, we always say, oh, we are not like them.
I buy one bread for $5.50 in a supermarket. Meanwhile, Dre Bryan I say $1,000 feet. You buy bread?
But him don't even live in the country.
Amen.
And
So
no
at the end of
bread,
the day,
no bread. What kind of bread that for $1,000?
I'm
That's a
say
giant bread.
a big old giant one, brother.
Giant
But we
bread.
know what so Captain, them used to sell some big giant bread and another $1,000
And it
feet.
still not reach $1,000. Even
And
coronation, huge brother
Captain,
coronation have. And it not reach this one either.
and Captain I know a normal place because trust me, when them a sell for them thing, them sell it high above.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, Dayton alone as politician depon it. I think Arton depon it too, you know.
Andre,
Yeah, man, I think in depon it too.
Just to walk up and down with backpack on him back.
Yeah, man.
But what's in that backpack, classic? Anyone here?
We soon find out, man. I go send for my phone boy and then come take you from him.
You have to watch Dora.
Soon send to a young and come take you from him.
Yeah, man, tell Lisa say sometimes you have to give somebody lunch money. 10 grand lunch money.
But is the same one give the people them counter fake?
Yeah, man. I know him alone. Enough of them do it.
Wow, shame on PMP them.
Why?
Shame on them.
But
me just talked to one a while ago. Here where go tell me, say, if the Prime Minister no shame, if we the liberals no shame, every minute the Prime Minister name coming at the news and this and that and all kind of foolishness. Then if I go tell me, say, and you need to resign and go back to in 2-bedroom Spanish Town and all kind of foolishness, and him not understand how him come in as a poor boy, a poor man, and I leave out as a rich man, and as a prime minister, you know, and as a prime minister, all these things should not be said about him, and as a prime minister, it don't look good, and all kind of something. So here we
Talk to you have a house.
the person live a foreign.
We don't.
Okay, so
Anisha,
him got foreign and him expects if he go there broke and come back broke.
No, in
Anisha, we don't.
just leave
We
out
don't
here.
even need to. Classic, we don't even need to ask that question. The other question we need to ask is how is it that Mark Golding got into politics, advising the Minister of Finance, not even as a millionaire, but 16 years later he was a billionaire.
No, but here when me use and so him, me say to him, say, PJ Partisan, where they live down in Westmoreland, they come in politics with nothing at all, and when him leave, him afford to buy one house of France in shut up Brock. Then here him go, no, it's not Westmoreland, it's Hanover. Me say Westmoreland indeed live. Independent, no, it's Hanover. Me say it's Westmoreland. When me dunk on Westmoreland, he stop. And when me say him being the buy house of France though, he shut up same time. Me
Exactly.
even said to him, he said, but even Mark Golding, him can invest in a Bahamas and in constituency, he can't invest in it. He can't answer that neither. He might tell me, say, so me said to him, say, you must be fair because all in the pan, the progress now go on and this now go on. So me said to him, said, you know see roads, him said, but no roads now fixed. Me said, you know see no roads now fixed, and him just leave down here and 3 times for the year and come out, since hearing come out.
but
And
you
he knows
should start.
that we are not in no set. He said the roads are fixed. Here where am I gonna tell me, say, as a big old 74-year-old, 70-year-old man, him I gonna tell me, say, it's just the main roads they are fixing, them not fixing the off roads. Me said that is the MP and the councillor them to fix for them roads. They
I
cannot
see a man no matter cause Miss Classic on the live the night.
The one in name what Elder
Well,
no
yeah,
him man.
and a Elder.
No
And I
one
him.
Oh, and different John Crow.
Yes. So I said to him, so we expect the Prime Minister must go in every one of the constituency and tell them say we fix their roads. That is what he's supposed to do. It is the Prime Minister duty to do that. Me say no go so. Not no go so.
Anisha, you couldn't even talk to Monday because that the Monday no say him a go have problem when the Monday campaign. Him a go have problem.
Anisha,
Yeah.
if you can reach out to him now and invite him on this live, I'd be very interested in having a conversation with him.
Hey, you see if you him come in like one of the Caution, the Ingram and them people it's a hard nut. It me say it's a hard nut to crack. The man,
I'm not trying to crack no nut. I'm just trying to put the truth in his face. They have no antidote. They have no antidote for the truth, you know.
But Joshua,
you said the man all got
Joshua, remember say you're labor right in a crack nothing.
one
the man
PNP man do that.
you remember tell me say no? Him say
and
for the finsack. Him say for the finsack. Him hardly sure is it them use and bail out hardly sure and Eagle insurance the finsack bail them out and the finsack this.
No, you know, that argument that argument in and of itself shows how stupid he is because he says Eagle was bailed out.
Take my shop,
Yes,
sir.
we don't. Yet we don't see any remnants of Eagle.
No man. Mute man, mute. Mute baby.
Yeah, we don't see any remnant of Eagle because Eagle was never bailed out. You know, people like those, when they say something like that, you just turn around it and ask them, when was Eagle bailed out and how much they were bailed out for? And watch him trip over him own self.
He said the man all said not then here when I said no, none of the PNP them ever got prison. None of them.
But Joshua, you know me pen. You know me pen, Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Where the police station is, what was there before?
You know, I don't remember.
It was an Eagle Merchant building.
Yeah.
And you know, so them I don't even know how the government get the building there. And that's where the police station is now.
Listen, man, the PNP make up lies even when them dreaming.
Me know.
Misha, tell him say he must buy Pampers and put down. He must buy it and put down. Don't tell him say myself buy Pampers and put down. Argument.
Something was.
Guys, I want to hear from Nicholas Dobson. Nicholas Dobson, welcome. Nicholas Dobson.
You know, I heard a discourse earlier, but because I couldn't chime in at the time, I want to revisit it. About the buying of vote. You folks know why Venetia lost in Augustown? Or you don't know? Okay.
The same buying of votes.
$10 million was spent in Augustown to let Venetia lose.
The same buying of votes, you know.
$10 million was spent in Augustown for Venetia to lose. So don't underestimate the buying of votes because you have some persons who believe that people know who they vote for.
But that's
right?
one.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, so when she lose, it was a surprise to me.
Right.
Because when she went up against Favor, when she was on the other side, she put up a good fight, you know. And she was in the area. But the thing about it, them don't like Venetia, and Venetia just tell them as it is. So them don't like her.
No, it's not a matter of, it's not just not liking Venetia. The PNP went down there and spent big money.
Yeah, because they wanted her, because
I can give you a little bit of information now that it's gone. I got solid information about the areas that the PNP was targeting before council election, right? And I made sure that I called somebody in the know, somebody who should have passed on the message and say, hey, this is the information that came to me, right? And I said, these are the areas that they're targeting, right? I'm not going to say that it wasn't taken the way it should be, but I believe it should have been taken more seriously. I called a particular politician. I'm not going to call any name, and I said, hey, this is what they're planning for your area. The person said to me that them now watch out because that person can't do nothing. And so said, so done, they lost that seat. Right? And all the areas that I heard about, barring none, those are the areas that we lost because I got solid information.
But even over St. Mary, when me hear say when name what was the council name again? What,
Good night, enemy. Singular. Good night, friends. Plural. Good night.
The one the council in St. Mary there. The one that they get they got the party in a COVID.
Go ahead.
When we hear him lose, because at first he won. And then after them do the recount, him lose. But I say, something not right.
Listen, let me tell you, when I have a question from my favorite enemy when I'm finished. But one other thing you have to understand, whenever there's a recount, not even a recount, whenever there's a counting of ballots, the JLP agents have to be very, very, very vigilant because these people don't play. I remember one election, I think it was 2016, Chops can tell you, that we had to be on the phone with him and say, Chops, now leave that vehicle there alone. Chops can tell you, leading up to the 2016 election, Petal know about it, Kizzy know about it when we were on the phone and said, Chops, no matter what, no left that vehicle there alone, no then left you. Right? And Chops was like a trooper. Them couldn't drive, left him the day. Yeah, man. God, them people are serious, you know. We owe Chopper a lot, you know. We don't understand how much we owe him, you know. Some things we do, I mean, I talk legal things to save the lives, to save this country sometimes. If people know Chops is a patriot. Patriot. You know,
Again,
so
good night.
My favorite
I
enemy.
got kicked out just now, but good night.
Good night, my favorite enemy. How you doing?
You know, honestly, I am fuming.
Don't fume yet. I have one question for you. Don't fume yet. Oh, you met the PNP them kick me off of TikTok. And you never tell me that. Eh?
It's the same way they never. It's the same way they never. You never tell me say me and Wara we're enemies, sworn enemies. It's the same thing. So at this point, it's 1-for-1. Blessings, everyone. Good night. Good night.
Blessings, sir.
Honestly, I am fuming. I came on TikTok say I need to find a live where we can come vent. I am fuming. You know, I was busy for the last 8 hours. Like, could not touch my phone and do anything. So I didn't have any update. So I just took up my phone and I was, you know, trying to get up to date with what's going on. Specifically in Jamaica. Because we have to keep a watch on things in Jamaica based on the time we're in. And you know, I stumbled upon a retraction on TVJ and it angered me. I couldn't see anything else, nothing else. I couldn't read no other report, I couldn't read no other media outlet postings online. One thing I read was TVJ's retraction for the report they made last night. Right? It just, Joshua, I've been saying it for a long time. Journalism in Jamaica is dead. And I am even the more convinced journalism in Jamaica is dead. And we just have some top and Irish people and do whatever they want to do. And I play with the minds of the Jamaican people. Because if TVJ can come out and retract their statement with regards to the report from the Integrity Commission and what they put out, right? And basically apologizing for making mention that the Prime Minister owned the property in question, distancing themselves from what was said. Who is going to hold the IC accountable now? Because TVJ has just told the entirety of Jamaica that Mr. Hollis does not own this property. Why was he mentioned in the report?
Well, I don't think it's just the IC that should be held responsible. You should have heard my first contribution to this live, the very first one. One of the things that I said is that intent of the PNP and their surrogates is to muddy the water. It's not about truth, you know. It's about simply dirtying up the water, right? So even when the apology comes, it will mean very little to the public, because all the public would have heard is that the Prime Minister is again in problems. And that is the intent, right?
Listen, I want to know, was this the headline for primetime news tonight, this retraction? Was it the headline? Or it's just going to be a little online post and nothing else done?
That's what is going to happen, sir. Because the whole idea, you know, is that the powers that be are staying behind the scenes and pulling the puppet string. That's what the puppet masters do, you know. So you see the puppet moving, and you say, boy, the puppet do this, and boy, the puppet is doing that. But you don't see who is pulling the strings behind.
I am so upset. When I saw and read that report, I am so upset. I have so many questions. Yeah? Because if TVJ can know, yeah, bring forth the information to confirm, like the Prime Minister has stated, that he's not the owner of the property, and he has no shares or position in this company, what that mean for the IC?
Not just the IC, sir.
What that mean for Mr. Kevin Stevens, who
not just, no.
overreached,
I take
abused
you
his
further.
power.
I take you
Right?
further. I said to them that I said to them earlier that there are very few journalists left in Jamaica. You have reporters, because
they are not even that. They're not even
what they
that.
should
I'm
have
sorry.
done.
Sorry to have stopped you again. They are not even reporters. They are propagandists.
Well, I agree with you, sir. Because what they should have done, if they were interested in the truth any at all, is to investigate.
One phone call.
Right. But the truth doesn't matter to them. What matters to them is trying to get back their party in power. That is what matters to them, you know. And so by any means necessary, including lying.
This is not just lying, Joshua. This is not just lying. This is an attack. This is vicious and vindictive behavior. It's not just about lying. This is an attack. Yes, man, go ahead.
I said, Chabi, all the Prime Minister was like them claims and so-called apology or whatever. All the Prime Minister do not need to sue them. That is it.
So that Mr. To need to sue them now.
Yeah,
sue them and get the win in the case, man. Because everybody around with them up in, you know.
So, man, this whole situation, it upset me so bad you would even understand. These people aren't responsible for building inspections, but they take it upon themselves to go do building inspections and craft a report, the fastest report ever produced by this entity, and submit it to Parliament, to which their surrogates and Tapanari's friends ran with, spreading across the media and across Jamaica. But I hope the people of Jamaica will open their eyes and see them for what they really are. I hope the people of Jamaica will open their eyes and see them for what they are. And the Integrity Commission has no integrity, as proven once again. This latest retraction by by TVJ and the information presented confirming that Mr. Holness is not the owner of this property. And if you go simply go on companies' offices of Jamaica, you can look up Estate Bridge Holdings, a construction company, and you would have seen who are the principals of this company. And Mr. Holness isn't one of them. That's why I keep saying journalism in Jamaica is dead.
Sir,
We don't have reporters.
It is not about journalism. I gave 4 pointers. Sweetie can tell you 4 pointers when I came on. You know, because of the concern that I have. The 4 pointers were, if you have to tell a lie to get your friend elected, but let me start with the PNP. If you have to tell a lie in order to be elected, what it means is that it's peaks of desperation on your part. And
you're
if
unworthy.
You're desperate,
you're unworthy.
right.
You are unworthy because if you are worthy of being elected, you would have campaigned and a clean campaign. The people of Jamaica would have loved your vision, love the aura that you come with, your whole your movement, your image. You understand me? The atmosphere, the positive nature that you bring to their life. The glimmer of hope that they see in you, they would have elected you based on that. And that's not what we're getting.
Let me give the other 3 pointers, and I'm going to jump off immediately after that. I'm done for the evening. Right. And what it says is that if you're desperate, then what it means is that you're not in love with the country, you're in love with power. Right? And what it means is that if you are just after power, then that makes you dangerous. Right?
Yes.
That's one.
Yes.
If a journalist or the media house has to campaign on behalf of their party, what it means is that that media house is more interested in their party being in power than the greater good of the country. The third thing is that if the party has to campaign on a lie again, what it's saying about is that they have no plans for the country. So that's the third element. And the fourth thing is that if they have to tell a lie on their opponent in order to try and get even, what it means is that their opponent can't be doing that bad, can't be doing badly, because the fact that you can't find anything that is truthful to say bad about your opponent, which your opponent should be the one who remains there. And that's my 2 cents. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting off. Thank you. I've been here for a little while, even though I had said I was gonna just pop in and pop out. You know, but
All right, sure.
Catch you, Chromas, and the whole crew.
Bless up, Joshua, man. Nice hearing you again, man. All right.
Respect again, you know, Joshua. As I say, you did definitely miss your power voice. You know what I mean? Welcome back, and you know what I mean? We're still on the journey, you know? So, welcome, Joshua. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, man. Have a good evening, everyone.
Blessings, Joshua.
Yeah, man, you're welcome.
Yeah, man. Have a good evening.
Yes, man.
Same to you, Joshua. Bless up, man. Good evening.
Bless you.
Listen, man. The IC should be scrapped. All the officiants of the IC should be relieved of their duties.
Yes, Travis.
Every single one of them.
Not the office, you know. The personnel is them, not the office. The personnel.
They should be no. The Integrity Commission is good enough. The laws that govern it should be revised.
Yeah. You know, some people here said, I run with the jail. I said, boy, we forget with that conflict. I know some people still, especially on the other side.
No, that's not what I'm saying. The Integrity Act, the entirety of the Integrity Act should be revised, because we have learned a lot in the past few months or years with regards to the Integrity Commission and the Integrity Commission Act. So it should be revised, in my humble opinion. With regards to the officiants,
I
the
agree with you,
official,
man. No, wait a minute. I agree with you too.
right? The commissioners, director of investigation, people who are doing no work other than sending emails. They're not doing any work. 1% of the reports that have been submitted have actually been touched, have actually been percent of 100, and you keep that job. No job on
True,
earth.
man. Real talk to you, Javi. I agree with you 100% when you say that. Everything you just say.
All the
Revive you too.
officials of the Integrity Commission should be relieved of their duties and bringing in new, fresh faces.
Joel, I said good night.
Yes, good night. I just want to add something to what Joshua was saying. Plus, something a little difference. Am I able to speak?
Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, Joel.
Yes, I just said good night to one and all on this platform.
Blessings, man. Welcome.
There's something that
Good night.
a lot of people are not looking into. The broader sense in which this is a charade to remove the people's mind and thought from Marky G, who is sitting in parliament illegally. And I'm not take because listen me. As a person who was not born he have contracted himself illegally a passport or whatever, yet he's not from Jamaica. Only Jamaicans can receive a passport from their country.
No, hold on, Joel. Let me reason with you with regards to the road you're going on. Now, I understand that it is a huge question out there, and many believe that Mark Golding, including myself, was not born in Jamaica. Nevertheless, he can acquire Jamaican citizenship, which would have give him the right to a Jamaican passport. The question we have to ask, firstly, was he born in Jamaica, and can you prove that? We have to get proof of that. In the eventuality of he cannot prove that, then we know that something is really wrong. And if you are able to produce a Jamaican passport, we would like to know when and how did you go about the process of becoming a Jamaican citizen, because you should not have a Jamaican passport without being a Jamaican citizen.
And that is breaking the law.
Yes.
If you cannot produce a document, he said that he was born in Kingston. Okay?
You want proof of
he
that?
said he was born in University Hospital. That's where he was delivered. University Hospital is St. Andrew, not Kingston. So, and his documentation should not be Kingston when you were delivered in St. Andrew. So there's some chicane issue there, and
discrepancies.
Yes, Mocha need to step in. He need to identify where he was born, and if he can produce a birth certificate, that's the only thing that can stop all these terrain. A birth certificate from Jamaica.
Let me mind a little bit, Mr. Joel. Listen to me, Mr. Joel. All we are talking about, and all of them ring my road the way I say. I don't want to live to miss this point. If Joshua be there and I say the same thing to you. Ma Golden is a liar. That alone make it qualify.
Proven.
You know,
Over we see. We see over. We can't trust nothing he says.
That this man have no integrity.
We cannot
This man is
trust
a liar.
anything he says, and that's why people are calling
That
for
is
proof of
the
his
main
birth
issue.
and citizenship. People are calling for proof of his birth and citizenship because we cannot trust anything he says.
Yes,
we
but
cannot
that's it.
trust his
This
word.
is one of the, this is
And is what I said. The lower line is, at the level line, is a liar. This man have no integrity. As much as we are talking about dual citizen, and what's we not a problem to talk about it. We talk about it sometime. I will not say no bad. But this man have no integrity. This man is a liar. Didn't tell a lie, you cover next lie, and whatever. That alone make him disqualify.
yes, but we saying that
No,
he's
that's
liar
about,
than
no,
all
that
of
is the main thing.
It
That is
needs
the
to be
main thing.
proven.
Yes,
It needs
that
to
is
be
the main
proven.
thing.
That means there's checks must be checked. More can if step in. Because what he's doing, there's no way a person born in another country and apply for a passport within that country and get it just like that. Something is wrong. That is criminal. It is a criminal act.
Joel, I'm going to add to what you say, right? I'm going to add to what you say. More coffee come in because the money that they must spend at Bahamas, that's where Mocha should come in because people feel know where that money come from, how that money are going to benefit and all and something like that.
Who attack? Hold on. Who attack? Sweet tips attack? Here's one piece of information that I don't hear anybody talking about, and I realize it go over most people's head. Bahamas has been flagged by many of the first world countries, being it that it is the #1 place for money laundering. It is a safe haven for money launderers. People who want to wash their money, Bahamas is a safe space. There's barely any regulation, no outside interference. They don't allow it with regards to investigation and checks and balances.
But
Bahamas is a place, is a haven for high-level criminals.
Chabi,
go ahead.
Good night, everybody. Chromas, what going?
How you do?
Yeah.
A lot of things going on there. Did you not see just last week? A member of parliament through the thing there that represent the Queen through the window.
Yeah, me see that.
You see the same thing that we have in our parliament.
Yeah, can take it up and run it and throw it through the window.
The monarch.
There's a lot of things going on.
But me here to know, don't surprise them. If we don't
that's the parliament. This is what I said. That's not the parliament, the mature. You don't supposed to repeat the Queen. America control
the king rather. The king rather.
Boy, the king, but me I said, they're not ties with Britain. Bahamas don't come for the Americans, that Canada after Americans. They're not really British.
They're part of the Commonwealth.
No man, them are British because them on Cayman also.
They're a Commonwealth nation.
Certain thing.
Boy, me I said, they're colony of America, not England.
Oh, no, they are under the colony of British. They are a British colony.
Well, here this Chromas. Here's something that we want to bring clarity for you. Like I said, you're a Commonwealth country, which means you're a colony of the British monarch.
Yeah,
right?
we know they come out with me. We know come out with me.
Hear this now. The United States is Britain's big son in the region, who is like the heirs to all of this. So it's like they have the authority to watch over us. That's why they find America always want to interfere with any all of the Caribbean countries' business and want to dictate to what happens and what and they withhold aid or they let in aid if you're dancing to the
Yeah,
tune.
but that's not a reason that Obama's kind of different, kind of like a different from we, that us, the different budget. Have a US thing about it, budget.
You understand?
Have a US thing about Bahamas. Yes, they can use them use the US currency straight like their own currency sometime too. I don't have their own currency. I know the US is a trading currency.
But the argument Chromas.
We don't want to stray too far from the from the point.
Anyway, all right, forget about that. I'll go back on another argument.
We don't want to stray too far from
the
matters at hand.
We know what the Obama is saying. I know everything we are going on there. We look into we are going already.
Come on, the head of state, there is King Charles.
Yeah, continue the way I say, Charlie.
The head of state, there is King Charles, but that's not our focus tonight. Our focus is around, you know, the current political climate that our country is in, wherein we have a bandit, an uncertified Philistine in our midst trying to take over this country here. And if you notice, you notice Jamaican people aren't taking Mark Golding at his word. The man say him and him Tapana, his friend, them are going to take over and run this. And we have seen the evidence of the actions of him and him Tapana, his friends, with regards to the control of the media, the lies and confusion that they purport.
That disgusts me.
The way they're acting.
Not only that, they put chain around black man neck.
Yeah, and when you see, I've always said it. We have a problem. Jamaica have a major problem with regards to culture. I believe our culture is more accepted and celebrated by foreign nationals than we the Jamaican people. And I say that with no uncertainty because of all the experiences I've had with regards to our country and traveling this world and see the reception that people give to you just being a Jamaican. Because I'm not a celebrity, I'm just an ordinary Jamaican. And the respect, the love, and adoration that people give to me because I'm a Jamaican. I feel like within the Jamaican community, we do not love and adore each other, neither do we celebrate each other's achievements. Yeah? And we don't respect what we have as a Jamaican people. The world respects it more than we do. And that's why you have these people are doing these things.
And people
are people.
Hold on there, guy. I kind of agree with you that so far in our travel because we see where Seaga never accepted by some Jamaican. So when you said that about we like foreign nationality and all of that, me kind of agree.
You see that you got off on the wrong.
Hold on. Let me reason with it. Hold on. Let me reason with
Jamaican more.
Let me reason with Steve. With regards we doing just a while ago. All right. So, because what the point you're bringing out is really the proof in the pudding. Because even the Mr. Siaga example that you brought, Mr. Siaga, who, foreign man, white man, as people say, he has done more for Jamaica than the black man who they say black man time now. If you are to look into the history of Jamaica and different ministries and entities that Mr. Siaga has heritage or music, he has propelled all of these things. And the quote unquote black man who me tell you do not love Jamaica, them love themselves. Because when they hype them up and put them into power, what have they done to forward this nation? Well, let me land, Chrome. As a matter of fact, the person who I am speaking for over a decade of world booming, a booming world economy, where all of the Caribbean every single country have grown their economy to over 100%. Jamaica only grew under the so-called black man time by 28%. And that, my friend, is my sticking point and key evidence that Jamaican people don't love Jamaica like outside people love Jamaica.
Travis, when you said that, you need to. I just one little point. You say it must say cumulatively over 18 and a half years for 28%.
Appreciate with reggae music, everything. We are Jamaican appreciate nothing we have. You see, anyway, going at the world, as I said before, even me, anywhere I go, I go foreign anyway, people look for me and respect me and will associate with me. Even the change Trinidad and Barbados, when they're America, Canada, or England, nobody them have to act like them are Jamaican. And I go like Jamaica, nobody not see them. And we then see Jamaica is a brand. You see what I say?
I understand. Here.
Listen. People say here, but it's not listening. That's why even that listening, uno say what I'm saying a while ago.
Hear this with regard to close this point. Me tell you my personal experience. Chrome, hold on. I want to give you some more information on why I take this position, right? And why I can say it with chest. What I said, Jamaican people don't love Jamaica like outsiders. And here's why I say this again. In 2018, I had an experience that really brought me to this. I did an extensive amount of traveling in 2018. Yeah? And I remember when I first landed in the UK in London, 2 suitcases because I did an extended period of time. And I kid you not, there was one certain khaki suit that I would wear that had ice green and gold, Rastafarian color. And for the entirety of my European travels, that's what I wore. I wash it and wear it. You know why? Every time I step out in that particular suit, people identify Jamaica. You Jamaican. People get drawn to it. We meet new people, we have conversations, we make connection. People continue to show love for Jamaica. We end up a function, I mean, know people, we just did it. Oh, there's a Jamaican in the house. Tell us about Jamaica. People overseas is fascinated. People are drawn to me as an individual who is not a celebrity. Yeah? And I show love. People who take trips to Jamaica cherish photos. We then come to Jamaica and take, we then save how long for make this one trip and come to Jamaica and come take. And we who live at Jamaica is destroying Jamaica. We throw plastic bottles and trash into our rivers and block it, right? And when rain come, the river overflood it, or the gullies overflood its bank and destroy the roads. How will we get forward if we don't take care of Jamaica? We who live in paradise is not taking care of it. We're destroying it. And we're not just destroying Jamaica as a nation, we're destroying each other. Can you imagine? We were on this trajectory for the under 1,000 murder for the first time in how many years? And all of a sudden, everybody just get wicked and vile. A PMS shooting. Shooting. That should be something that every Jamaican look upon and say, whoa! No, man, let me stay out of trouble because this is an achievement. Under 1,000 murder. We were on the trajectory for that. And all of a sudden, everybody just get wicked and vile. You don't celebrate these things. I've traveled the world and I see, listen, you don't mess with American people flag. You know, any random individual on the street will fight if you try to disrespect or deface their flag. And we as Jamaican people are throw our flag on the ground and write caption on it and go protest.
Jabe.
Love Jamaica.
Jabe.
Yeah.
Me used to do a lot of trips down to many states in Mexico, see? And one time I go down there, I have a virgin used to play for Jamaica University. So the shirt had on a Jamaica flag. I have on the jersey, I play a game one day. See? A business trips me upon down there now. I have on the jersey. I play a game one day. And I'm in a nasty up a place. I go on with some things. I'm virgin. Everybody run, come on, Jamaica. Hola, senor, Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm going to tell you, say, I did it for, I must say 10 years, I did it for. And you know, say, crowd grow up bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and them a cheer for Jamaican. I mean, I don't know, superstar, no?
Maybe I'm gonna hear the next one, you know, hear the next experience, yeah. Hear the next experience, yeah. We go watch Chelsea FC versus Brighton. And because of my previous experience, I make sure I bring one big Jamaica flags. At the time, we did just sign Dujan Sterling. Chelsea did just sign Dujan Sterling. Raheem Sterling. Dujan Richards and Raheem Sterling was also on Chelsea's roster at the time. So I make sure I walk with one big Jamaica flags. Whisper, yeah. I make sure I walk with one big official size Jamaica flags. And me at the stadium, I wave my flag and I go on and think it was peace and safety. See, when match done, I think I could have go home. Hey, at the amount of picture, I smile till my face hot. I stop smiling, I just take picture. People leave the other side of the 75,000 seater stadium to come on the side I was on because they saw the flag from the other side to come take picture with me. I'm not a celebrity. Outside people love Jamaica more than we.
Come on, like Nigel Clark.
Jamaica more than most individual.
Bro, like Nigel Clark.
Right? Celebrate him.
Right.
His achievement is to be celebrated.
Javi, like with Prime Minister during COVID was the chairman.
Should be celebrated.
He
Look
was the
at how he's being treated now.
Right? No, a long time I treat him so. Right? He was actually near to election make we feel so. Right?
Yeah.
Him and the chairman, when him Tufton Pampaho was some chairman too.
Wow.
You get me? And we only talk about 3 people. If we check some more, you find out it. See? We like we want disrespect for politics.
Yeah.
Right? Me tell you this. Me used to work in a tourism. And me overseas, Virgin, me I do trade shows. I go city to city to city. And me over there. See? When it come to that time away, remember when I Portia Simpson, I did Minister of Tourism. They don't send no documentation or nothing for nobody. To work them boot, them JTB boot. Me carry things and carry go them boot myself. Because me have to defend this.
Yeah.
See? That's why me have fight for this.
Yeah.
Right? You see, the PM should have never asked no apology. The PM should have made them pay dearly and make we own TVJ. That's how one should have done.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We sue them.
But remember, it's all in the game plan for a longer time because Mr. Siaga will have established the Jamaica Broadcasting Commission, correct me if I'm wrong. And when they came to power and was selling it, he stood against it. And that's what they did. They privatized these powerful entities and now they're using it back for their benefit. That is what is happening, you know. They privatized the national source of information and communication with Jamaica and its people. They privatized it. And now, it's now back to pay them a favor. Bare-faced lies and vindictiveness. Vicious lies. Without care or fear of anybody.
Javi.
They know.
Javi.
Go ahead, man.
Let me add one next little thing. Right now, we have when Jamrock vessel, they are mobile. Jamrock, you know about Jamrock vessel?
Yeah.
Me there in a earshot today with the people them will come off of the vessel. When they come off of the vessel, When them about to leave, enough of them, about 3,000-4,000 of them, December, I'm going to spend money in the economy. Listen what me I say? No?
Yeah.
When them a come back, then say, them feel like them fi stay. One of the greatest thing to the weather is fabulous today.
Yeah.
And you know when they get all the rain, the weather was fabulous. Me here say the whole of downtown, in the shopping area, them and stuff, them and mass out. See? And you know why people them come off? Normally, the average of come off on cruise ship can be 40%. Virgin, me sure know so over 90% of the passenger them come off. Because they love this country. And me hear a man, me stand up and hear a man attack and say, yo, he live in Canada and he want to come home back now. Yeah?
Yourself.
He said the boss man when my par with that talk about boy, salary down here is extra. He said tapping eyes man. He said to the man say a 2,000 US a month to Canada for one basement apartment. Do the maths. He said to the maths, do the maths. Right? $2,000.
You work the money but you spend it.
$240,000 for a basement. 240,000 Jamaican dollar for a basement. That's what I say. Right? You can get it between 1,700.
About the need, the gleaner is on strike because of non-payment. But we're not talking about.
Yeah, man. You know, so
I saw that thing,
yeah.
but I saw it earlier today. And like I said to you, I came on the program fuming. I am absolutely upset with how these people are handling the Jamaican populace and public and the type of information that they've been feeding, and how they have no regards for truth.
But you can't
and they have no regards. They have no regards for the intelligence. They have no regards for the intelligence of the Jamaican people. Because we're not all dunce and stupid. We are able to see and comprehend what is going on. And you dare not tell us that it's not so, because we are judging by your actions, and we know.
Yeah,
it's by your actions, by your food. We know who you are.
Add something to that. Him just say, the people them are gleaner, they on strike. That is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Doctor.
Right. So here this and now too. So them have financial issues in our good economy. Seeing that means mismanagement in a for them place. See? Because they never thought to move from the level that they are at. Them just as see said they need to go digital. Then just as see that. See? One.
And the Prime Minister has been taught in a digital society for how long?
Exactly.
And they reported and purported the misinformation with regards to the digital age.
Right, but
push the stupid narrative and the hate for needs and the hate for the digital age. They pushed it. And now they suffer because of their actions.
Yeah, but here is a part of
looking for somebody to
dear friend, who is proven lost $617 million. You know why? First or second quarter.
But what your name? Filthy whatever.
Maybe.
You think there's no proof to that? Maybe because but then again which part proof?
Hold on. Stop. Wait. What is there no proof to? Me try to
the point I'm saying because with their time people say that they lose money because they don't want to pay tax.
Proven is a publicly traded company. And the stock market, we know how they perform. Whether they are in the junior stock market or the regular stock market, we know how they perform. The stock traded firm at this point, or it had a decline. When the stock declines, meaning it depreciates in value, we are able to calculate the loss that they incur when that happens.
All right, let me add something to that now. So if you are saying that if it's proven, right? If you are saying that, right?
No, but I just explain it, maybe. I just explained it.
Let me add something to it. Because in a company like that, you don't want that the type of argument go out because people will run on your business.
And it will continue to lose because
Right.
people who have stocks and into this I go start offload, and when people start
take
sell
away back the
frantically,
money, so
when
them
people
not
start
gonna-
Right.
selling
And if
their shares
Well,
frantically, the price of the shares is going to go down, the cost is going to go down, and the cheaper it gets, the more they lose, the value of the business go down, and that's how they
But-
lose money.
Chave, if we labor rights were so wicked, we could have made them have a run on that business, you know. Well, we could have they walk out there and chant and said they have lost $617 million, right? That means
we need
people
to
need
do
to go
that,
and pull their
guys.
money.
We
We could have
need
do
to
that,
do
you know. But we want a thriving economy, you know, so.
Maybe, but here's why a lot of people won't do that. There are labor rights who are shareholders who have purchased stocks in proven wealth management.
That's exactly what I say. Because we want a thriving economy.
Proven is managing wealth for labor right and Jamaica Labour Party supporters and maybe even officials too. You understand me? And that's the problem when we mix business with politics, and it becomes so toxic that we want to do, an injustice to our own self as a means of getting
the truth is that
politically.
Chave, they wouldn't care enough because just like the company where the PMA have borrow money from, they want to call out the company if they mash up the people in business.
If it's
they wouldn't business,
yours, but
them no business, That's how wicked them be,
But all these businesses, I must state that a lot of these businesses are pyramid schemes. Why do I say it? It's not necessarily like concrete pyramid schemes, but if you check it, even Proven, if Proven should crash right now, I guarantee you Mark does not lose. It's the shareholders will lose. The shareholders will lose. Because that's what selling share is, You take in other people's money to build the business and give them a cut while you take the lion's share. That's how that works. You got nothing to lose.
One next thing where people not talk about is the 3.6 unemployment rate. Why people not talking about that?
People aren't talking about that, and we won't hear much conversations on TikTok where that is concerned. Because guess what? Every time something positive happens, you have 6, 7, 8 negative being hit back by the IC, TVJ, CVM, Mark Wolin's press conference. You have Ian, there's always something. And I stated before, the reason why Mark have a 77-member cabinet breakfast, whatnot, Dresser TV, whatever he has, with all them people, it is to create all this noise to try and drown out the positivity. I saw a video in a WhatsApp group where Mr. Holness a cut ribbon for the housing development in his constituency, right? I think it's called St. Paul, something like that. I didn't watch the video. I didn't take in all the information. That is something that should be looked at nationally. That is setting an example for every member of parliament and the work they should be putting in with regards to their constituents.
One of the things when I always say, look how this Prime Minister come and change people's life because...
And we're not seeing that. We're not seeing that on the daily in the media and being pushed out there. Just like they try to drown out these things, they will be drowning out the conversations of 3.6. Remember, when it did their 4.2% unemployment rate, they run out to say, hey, population census have not been completed. So how can you give a number? That's the point that they were doing, Oh, starting to do them, so how you can say they are 4.2? It's a lie, it's a fake. And now that starting do them thing and everything, do the number drop to 3.6, hear them and that, them and look for something else to talk about. That's how they operate. That's what Joshua mean by muddy in the water. We'll never see clearly what's really going on because they're not going to allow it. You have to have a certain degree of focus to see clearly what's going on in Jamaica. But if you are that, or you have the temperament of that of a sheep, you will not see what's going on.
Oh my
They will be
goodness.
your slaughter, and you're there humbling yourself to them because you have the temperament of a sheep. That is a major problem in Jamaica right now because a lot of people has the temperament of a sheep. A lot of people. And I'm not saying it to be disrespectful, and I hope I've said it in
It's
in
really
a
sad
clean,
though.
fair way, in my opinion. I think I've said it in a really clear way, and I'm not trying to talk down on anybody. But the reality is this. Even what's supposed to be the trusted source of information, they are the ones lying and feeding the Jamaican people with a steady diet of lies. And if you are not able to research, read, and to decipher, discern things for yourself, and understand that, yo, this isn't true, this isn't right, you're going to be in trouble.
So if you live in a rural community where you don't have WhatsApp and you only listen to RJR or TVG,
Can you imagine the level of thinking or the concept that person would have of the best prime minister Jamaica has seen throughout my lifetime? And from my research and history, I still would give him best as the past people that I never see. I still would give him the nod over them.
What the Prime Minister do within 8 years, you know, and then 2 years, 3 years was COVID. So just back a bit, yeah? It's about 5, 6 years, right? When do you can imagine running a country and you say no new tax. You know what that really means?
But not just no new taxes, you know, my friend. Not just no new taxes. I want to point out to you that we went through a pandemic. The biggest global financial crisis in modern times. We just went through that, right? We went through many storms. We went through burial. And if we should dig deep in the list and write them down to do a complete list, we've gone through many disasters, right? Most notably COVID, and we can remember burial most recently, and the torrential rains that we just experienced, right? And I want to point out to you that we went through all this without increasing our debt, without going for loans, right? High and expensive loans, right? And during all of this tumultuous time, we were able to give care packages to our people. Okay? The government of Jamaica was able to build over 200 or 300 houses for the social housing program. There were emergency houses and stuff that was given to other people because their situation was so dire, whether right after or before an impending disaster, their situation came to the forefront and something had to be done quickly where that person is concerned, right? We have given the public servants of Jamaica the highest increase that has ever been given to public service employees since independent Jamaica, the highest increase they've ever gotten. Yeah, we have spent over $50 billion on Jamaica's defense, meaning the Jamaica Defense Force, the Coast Guard, the JCF, all of these places. Yeah, we are building multiple hospitals while we have renovated and upgraded all hospitals on the island. In the same breath, we have renovated and upgraded over 150 health centers across the island. We have built multiple police stations and renovated already existing ones that were able to be renovated. We have built fire stations. We have brought in police service vehicles. We have brought in fire trucks. We have brought in garbage trucks. We have brought in helicopter. We have brought in Coast Guard vessels. We have increased the National Health Fund and medicines that it provides to and services it provides to the people of Jamaica, all without expanding or ballooning or death.
Also, Chavi, with 100 JUTC
buses, more than 100
rubbish truck.
Yeah, man, a lot of things me left out. I will put things me left out. But it goes to show the extent of difference This administration have been making. But like I tell you, these beautiful landmarks and monumentous achievements are not going to be talked about because the water is being muddied. You understand me? The people are seeing and feeling good.
So if
But guess what?
PMP
There's
did
so
do
much
all of that, they
negativity.
would have been more recognized. But because a JLP do it, you know, recognized.
Not just because of that, but there's a coup out. Just like Mark, let me tell you, y'all not taking Mark Golding for his word. The man say him and him Tapanar is friends. The people in power with regards to the media who is not promoting these things and is trying to confusing people. They are the people he speaks of. Those are his Tapanar's friends. And him and them go on a prep.
But when me try if you understand what that mean when him say Tapanar is friend. Are the white
Rich,
people
selfish individual. Rich, selfish individual.
are the white
Rich,
people them?
not necessarily white people, but it's a but yeah, yes and no, but it's not exclusively for white people.
We can also say the British is coming, so they want to take back the course. They want to put we back in bondage. Because we see where that perform when do on stage with call up a man and put a chain around the man's neck. That tell you that I play
And that is why I say Jamaicans don't love Jamaica like outside people, because that should have never happened. That should have never happened. I bet you that could not happen in New Zealand or Australia or any of the other colonies. As a matter of fact, Prince William himself, who is the heir to the throne, is next in line, went to New Zealand and the people in Parliament cuss him out. You are not working. This is our land, it's not yours.
And you
But
have
yet,
people within Jamaica love up this man even though him do something where
but yet, we hang on to we hang on to the past. We don't use it as a light and a lamp to our path. We don't use it to say, see this, we learn, we listen. We shall not be going back.
so when we're going to say enough is enough, we don't want Mark Golding because
When listen, let me tell you when, and I'm gonna say this and categorically. You see, when the loyalty to orange or just green is no longer practiced, that's when we are gonna get better. Because the whole loyalty to a party and not to Jamaica as a country is where the problem is. Loyalty to party and not to one's country and fellow man is where the problem is. Because I tell you, a lot of PMP people know that this man is not fit and not right. He's not bringing forth any plans, but yet they support because what? I'm a party.
one next thing where me admire, every time him attend parliament, either him walk out or him don't attend parliament none at all. So
Blatant disregard and disrespect. It's a blatant disrespect. And it happens over and over. And the people who have voice, the one who claim that they have a voice, they shut up about it. They keep quiet. They keep quiet because like him say, I'm Tapanar's friend them and true, because they have an inner circle. A certain circle that some people are trying to get into or try to maintain their position in. They are being like puppets. And them being the puppeteer. When we look for Oral Tracy and his behavior, I laugh. When we look for Oral Tracy and the things he speak, I laugh. He's a bitter old man.
Because the whole TVJ massive, because even today, a press briefing held and nobody from there attend.
They don't wish to go to that because guess what? The information coming out, they're not interested in that. They're not interested in reporting on those things. You know? They're not interested in reporting on those things because it doesn't serve their narrative. And their Tapanar's friends say, hey, we're not going to say, no, we're not spend finances for that because that not support what we are doing.
How do we boycott TVJ, the Gleaner, and all these? So
Don't watch. Don't watch. Don't watch. And then the
I am
business
one
community,
of them who don't watch, but I
then when the
mean,
business
much
community
people.
realize that, advertising on TVJ and TVM and them is not where they're going to connect with the people, they will pull their money from it, and that's how that business will suffer. As more and more of
But
the
we
business
can say
community
maybe
pull their
Cliff
funding.
Hughes. We can say Cliff Hughes are a part of them as well. So
Cliff Hughes is in it for the money. He's in it for the business. He has a business to run. He has said it. He has stated that. And as a matter of fact, when he was talking to I think it was Dayton Campbell at one point, he said, no, do not add with me. You know. He never hide and say it. And he said, all right, we're going to do something. And they keep a big media party after that. And everybody else, you know, all of a sudden they have this big foothold into the media. As you turn, then they're on the media side. As you turn, the media is posting their words and their comments, even when it is absolute rubbish. You find that it is being purported by the media because it's their friends and their narrative and they're in control of it. Just like the poll. Mark Bolin them pay for the poll, so it will reflect something that Mark Bolin is not comfortable with.
That is another thing again, because it's surprising to me after the two by-election, we don't hear nothing about the poll. I wonder if because of the conference, why they can't come out, because if you know
the conference have them in a tailspin, you know. It's since the conference they're doing all of the craziness we see going on. The conference has them in a tailspin, and they went to keep a quick press conference, which put them even more under pressure because a lot of bullshit was spoken in that press conference and was rubbished instantly. Water Commission's board rubbishing problem. Mark Bolins, I grew up here instead of an I-born here. Raise questions.
When people start about look into themselves and say these people are putting out so much misinformation, when them are gonna stop, grab it up and
people aren't, I wouldn't say people are grabbling up it. You have some PMP supporters who are going to continue to stay and comment on Gleaner's post and TVJ's post. But if you check it, the rest of it is outrage. The rest of the people are outraged by the blatant lies.
Yes, because really and truly, they push out so many lies, and me I wonder if people believe believe in them every time them, you know. As I said before, so each time the government put a step forward, PMP always said, no, that's a lie. Yeah, that's because we see.
But it backfired. It's backfiring because when
you see it all about the people then we don't see it that way there. So
no man, other people see it. Other people see it. The general public see it. The well-thinking Jamaican will see it and will know, and that's where the backfire is. That's where the backfire is. I really do believe so, because listen, if you are going to remove or reduce the taxes on electricity consumption, it doesn't matter how much you get back. I could even £1 a carrot according to Dayton Campbell. According to Dayton Campbell, I could even £1 a carrot. We are going to take it. And you know why? While it's only £1 a carrot for some people, please be reminded that there are people who has to pay millions on electricity bills. Millions.
Yeah.
And if they get a reduction, they have a 100,000, 10,000, 50,000, they will be appreciative of it.
Definitely.
So if you're going to use the man to just save $500 to judge the entire situation, and disregarding the person who saved 5,000, it is a stupid narrative.
If it's a shame on PMP,
it's a stupid narrative. Stupid narrative, and many people are happy and excited to save the $500 because they don't really have it. But y'all don't care about those people who's gonna save $500 who really need that 500.
No, they feel like $500 is nothing. But then again, when you have people like Ralston Hyman and Dayton Campbell who are go around with the misinformation, talking all bag of nonsense, bag of crap against Dr. Nigel Clark, because we see where Dr. Nigel Clark in Kenya, and him well received.
But
So,
remember, even this piece goes back to my point of saying the outside world love Jamaica more than we love ourselves. Remember, while the world congratulated Dr. Nigel Clark, these people criticized. Of course.
the PMP them because Mark
So they
Gomez
matter.
didn't say congratulations of
They matter. They matter.
but that are definitely bad mind. And remember also when he was
It's a lack of national pride. It's a lack of national pride because an achievement of this magnitude does not only serve Nigel Clark, and he's not the only one that is proud. It is something for the entirety of this nation. Because as a matter of fact, according to
Caribbean.
That's what I was about to say. That according to what's her name, Mia Motley, it is an achievement for the entire region. Because nobody within this region has held that force or gone close to it.
And not only that, we don't know if anybody else are going to qualify enough to get there.
Yeah.
So when this man
but qualification is one, qualification is one. It is application and execution that really
stood out.
has stood out, because there are many bright individuals who probably have the same accolades as Dr. Nigel Clark, but they does not have the application and the execution. They do not have the minerals to carry out such a process, because it's not just a smooth sailing. I'm pretty sure many things have came up and many tough decisions were had to be made, and meticulous decisions that to this day has proven to be a master stroke by him.
Yes, man.
It has proven to be a master stroke.
It's happened in the 60s when the Singapore and see come happen in 2024 with Dr. Nigel Clark. And every time it happen, it takes JLP government to do to miracle, because we call this miracle, we call this a milestone, we call this an achievement.
Remember, here's why it is so, sweet tips. Here's why it's so. Remember, we went through the pandemic, right? We went through the biggest global lockdown. It's a financial crisis. There are countries who have not recovered to this day. Big countries, first world countries, was not recovered financially to this day. Yeah? Whole heap of big Fortune 500 companies went out of business because of this pandemic. And we went through the pandemic and many other disasters after the pandemic. And we have not expanded the debt. We have not increased our debt. We have not gone out and taken an expensive loan or expensive loans. Remember one time, some years ago, every time one stamp pass, we have to draw for one loan.
But I think at 2012 to 2013, remember saying the government at the day did have to borrow money for pay the teacher and some people.
Back in 2010, a loan we live off at the time there.
Exactly.
And loan we live off at them time there because the IMF problem that we have a hit hang around neck. And when time they mash up the IMF program and for the government and mash up Bruce Golding's administration, and then the PMP run, and we can get an IMF deal in 2 weeks because Jamaica live off of borrowed money them time there. And them run in, right, and go get them barrels and hit the people with tax. Tax package.
Last week, the Prime Minister read an article from the Costa Rica, right? And he outlined that, Costa Rica, 5 million point something people compared to we about 3 somewhere about. and he was talking about the road and the GDP and whatever. He was doing some comparison. Then when he finished and him said that's Costa Rica. But Costa Rica now have to run to borrow money for fix for them road. Jamaica on the other hand, we not have to go borrow no money for fix the road. Yeah, so Jamaica right now spending $45 billion for road network and also laying pipe. So think about that.
Never before in
Why
our
we're
history.
not talking about that today? So Jamaica can balance and not only road. Yeah, them have a hospital as just stated before, them have police station, police vehicle, police uniform. Back in the 90s, you know, I tell you that fishbone could have punch a police vehicle or Mac.
Yeah.
And police used to have a park vehicle and take tire off of that vehicle to put on this one. Yeah. When you got police station, there's no vehicle, then would I tell you say no, we don't have no unit, whatever, etc. etc. Right now today it's like every police in a different, it's like every department have their own police unit. Police back then used to run out of gas. You understand? That's the Jamaica we coming from.
The government of Jamaica was indebted to the electricity provider, the sole electricity provider in our country. Remember when this administration took power again, you know, they were indebted to JPS.
Could pay JPS. I remember saying,
Walter White, I did not get to. Sorry, Walter White, I was busy. I haven't gotten to watch it. Did it come on TVJ or CVM or anything like that, or you just see it on social media? Even though we say we now watch TVJ and CVM, because it's a waste of time. There ain't no reason to watch TVJ especially. YouTube, see there? Has to be. It's a waste of time to watch them other ones. Waste of time to watch TVJ. As a matter of fact, when TVJ when them come and try run interview about something happening in any community, if people ever run them, we don't want to interview for one interview ago, we make no difference in a report. Well, man, come on and look for your story.
One other thing again, when me see, one other thing when me see TVJ do, right? So when a road network break, them always go talk to these like small people, say, oh, it's affecting your business and whatever. Yeah? Why them have to do it? I mean, after the road network finished,
because them look for your story.
Ask them couple months ago.
How have you benefited? How is it good? How is it good? People for run them, man, because they're only looking for a story and them always go find some negative bugaboo to tell them some crap and that them are come put on TV to make it seem as if everybody in Jamaica is as stupid as the person you just put up on your program and a show.
So that's the kind of Jamaica them sell over the year. It's just the negative. Yes, because I see where
a decision was made.
The overhead.
I see where a decision was made to move the police station out of a certain town and put it at a bigger space and a bigger area. And TVJ promote the fact that the police are getting a more bigger, comfortable work environment where they can have more equipment and everything, you know. Them just a focus on the people who are complaining say, boy, the police station come out of the town and robbery and a Christmas. That's all they want to be. That's all they want to promote. One man who speak fluently and spoke intelligently. They just give 1 2 seconds.
They are not the solution.
And negative.
Make situation worse.
Appear negative. Them a try promote negative. Coming just like the one them up in New York we are talking about. Them a protest because corruption are going on and this and that and rare and save. No make no sense. They turn around and fight against them for $1,200. A God no like ugly.
Fox News.
Them worse than Fox News.
Oh, them one them I think of Fox News I talk about. Yeah. And people want to come talk about the diaspora. They were not the diaspora, right? A ship come here, and that ship, a new ship as well, with 400 people, 400,000 people. You can imagine a ship of 400,000 people, brother. A whole heap of people that on one ship.
Listen, man.
These are the things where people to talk about. 400 people
Only for nice
ship tourists.
Only for nice things are going on Jamaica and are going for Jamaica, but these people.
These are the things.
The so-called tapanarists them.
Yeah. The bunting we can't run nothing because he was the first security minister who get robbed and have to pay back extortion money to get back in laptop.
Proper show that,
and
man.
Come
Proper
out
show.
and talk say the government has spent too much money on crime. In to give they must give it to fishermen. Yeah. So the government should buy
the man void the idea
and give informer. That's
the man is void.
why him did feel as a
The man is void of idea. I'm void of ideas, man.
So why them feel?
I'm void of ideas. Any your sweep tips, we got to run, you know. Got to run.
Yeah, I just gonna tell you, thanks for come by.
Good night.
Yeah.
We see you in the space some other time again.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Bless it.
So, peeps, yeah, man, big up yourself, peeps. So, this is where we come to the end of the conversation tonight. So, be good out there. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Have a Merry Christmas and be careful in this time and season. Paula, you did it?
And all of this information, I'm going to go through it day by day and read it too, so everybody can understand and appreciate where we come from. One matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak.
Just said I comment. You're well organized. Really 100%.
I'm going to speak to the 2020 manifesto. We're going to take the 2020 manifesto. When we went into office for 2020, this is what the JLP said they were going to do. And we're going to look at what they promised in 2020, and we're going to look at what has been delivered.
List why, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And you will see it. The JLP performance is stellar, because I am quite certain that, and I can go back over this real quick and show you.
Everything update, man. Scratch, man. Up to date, man.
I'm going to show you something.
The future, this region.
Chroma's Maria seat.
You're supposed to see it.
So here, delivering on our 2016 manifesto, right? So in 2016, the JLP outlined a myriad of things that they proposed to do, right? Remember, that at 2016. Remember what this says? This is
2020.
Yeah, but we also put in this booklet the performance index for 2016. And you will see it right there, so.
I can't do it.
Listen to this. Let me go through a couple of them real quick. We delivered on our 1.5 promise, removing income tax payment for persons earning up to 1.5 million, so that they would receive more from their salaries each month. 80% of PAYE wage earner no longer pay income tax, right? So that's number one. That's a delivery. That's a promise we made in 2016, and we deliver. We created close to 100,000 jobs, bringing Jamaica's unemployment rate to a historic, at the time, 7.2%. You hear me just say? 7.2%, which was historic at that time. Now we are at what? We are at 3.6%, right? So we just show you a government that is performing. So we promise again, and we also, the incidence of poverty was lowered by 40%, the lowest level in 10 years. We reduced the rate of general consumption tax from 16.5% to 15%. We increased GCG threshold from 3 million to 10 million, relieving thousands of micro and small businesses of the obligation to file DT monthly. We abolish distortionary tax such as minimum business tax and asset tax. We abolish the valorem stamp duty, right, on real estate and financial transaction, and replace that with a flat 5,000 stamp duty. And we reduce transfer tax from 5% to 2%, making it easier for persons to buy and sell land. We raise the exemption threshold for estate duty, death taxes from 100,000 to 10 million to allow families to unlock wealth in estate left to them by deceased family members. Listen, let me tell you something, man. I don't want nobody come talk to me about my government and performance, because no other government, barring none, outperformed this Andrew Holness-led administration. We reinstated the incentive for listing on the Junior Stock Exchange to encourage small and medium-sized businesses to grow. Yeah? The PNP didn't stop that, you know. JLP reintroduced it. We implemented the CARE program, which has thus far provided temporary social and economic support in the form of cash grant to approximately 440,000 Jamaicans to soften the economic impact of COVID-19. Yeah? We train more than 25,000 unattached youth through the New Hope program. We train more than 2,000 youth in the National Youth Service Corps. And that moved from more than 90% of whom were recruited into the JDF. So those persons who they trained, the 25,000, the 2,000 youths that they trained, 90% of them were recruited by the JDF. Yeah?
Chopper, yeah, a person named Leggy is asking, you can know you're not reading the comments.
Yeah.
If he or she, I don't know if it's a he or she, can come by your house in the morning for a copy.
No one can come by my house.
Okay,
My house.
Leggy, you got the...
I mean, I do the house visit. Legend, no legend.
Well, probably
What about my legend from Lakovia? Find out if a legend from Lakovia.
True, Chaps, you can't trust people, yeah, man. You can't.
When I run certain joke, when I run the house visit.
Time, yeah, Bridget. True. I know they know.
From Lakovia.
Okay, I let you a good youth, a good soldier, I'm a virgin that. For years. Let you can link me anytime, man. Come link me with virgin. Let you a family, man, a good soldier that.
Okay. That's good, that's different.
Good
Yeah.
soldier that. I let you that.
Never depend on your gear, though, Chaps. You can't do that.
We don't run 3-point joke, you know.
Man. PMP them why you like why they heading them you want
They
it,
want me
man.
like how JLP is on fire. But me want them too. So
That's all, man.
they feel level. But anyway, me not go bore now with that still. But I just wanted you guys to know.
Oh man, yes, I'm gonna board.
Sean,
Don't let us about boring chopper, man. Yes, about boring, man.
Teach Mario.
eh?
Yes, I'm about boring, man. I'm just chopper, man. You can't talk no more there.
Information is out there.
That's even talk about boring. No, they were not boring,
And
Bridget.
what was so good, I gave a file. Well, the file has been circulated with I gave a file to what's her name the other day, Philippine and others. I think most of you have it. When Dr. Nigel Clark was leaving, he left a summary of deliverables or achievement under his ministry. And that is something I believe every Jamaica Labour Party supporters must walk with. Gentlemen, these three booklets.
That's all, man.
These three booklets.
Mario, collect my one. Yeah, Mario.
Hold on. No. These three booklets plus three others. One is from the Ministry of Tourism and the other is from the Ministry of
Health?
No, Ministry of Health, yes, and Auburn Hill Trade, Investment and Commerce. 6 books that I travel with in my briefcase. 6 of them I travel with them.
I will wait for man.
Because whenever me go anywhere at all and people open their mouth, I am equipped all the time to speak on the party's achievement with factual information that can stand up to any level of scrutiny. Me not just run them out on social media without having backing. So that's why when me talk, me not left them here. Talk, me I read from them here.
Where's the chaps that would know?
Can't challenge me.
Oh, you mean they would know that?
Even in my deepest sleep, you wake me up, I can give you 20 things that the JLP 20 initiative.
Oh, you mean, man, they would know.
Had to reverse.
Government government ever, brother. Right? Chat more.
Had to reverse. I mean,
look at the look official. Look at the book official. Look at the look Christian nice and official. And on a plan thing and on a joke. There's something official. We're well organized.
They say, Chroma, they want to hear Mario. Let him say that. Let him say that. Let him say that.
I'm Mario, I'm killing don't want the Mario boy.
When say what?
No, but
blank.
I got upset.
To fear to sit in a blank. If you never see it, you never see it still. You see me? If you never see it, you never see it still. You have to fear to him still.
I got upset that morning because
I never see them neither. I mean, I say franchise.
No, what I don't plan. Don't go make an argue with him. And cause Mario. I listen to them. Them never exist. Don't like that exists.
But yet we had enough romance, make dirty plan, Galan, because Chaps said, and Chaps get upset in terms of not on us, but the fact say the something them print and some of the representatives they weren't doing what them they supposed to do. That's the reason why Chaps.
Man.
Papa, that person, Win Dixon saying that why everyone can get the copies to buy, and he said
we don't buy, we free.
Yeah, but
free.
But Chopper,
we're not PMP, man. We're not selling everything, man. We're not PMP, man. We're not doing something.
You understand? But how can people get copies of these books?
Bridget, all of these books were issued. I personally, listen to me, you know what upset me that morning? When I left Kingston that Friday evening and got into Mobile, I had about 20 packs. 20, you know the bundle where the gleaner coming up. 20 bundles in my car. I carry down for other people. I stopped at a stoplight, 2 stoplights in Montego Bay. And I gave the guy who sells those paper $5,000. And I said, everybody who you sell a paper to, put one of them in night. And when me go to the land to do these things, I mean, hear people in the car and some run our part. I said, boy, we know this and we know that. You must understand why it hurt me.
Yeah, but
And
Papa,
then you
you
care
know,
about, and then you
hold
care
on,
about chops.
Papa.
Well,
You know what
never
you
tell her,
know.
Bridget, never tell her what happened. Neighbor did in the comment, in the box and attack and chopper. Come in the comment and say, no, sir, not true.
Thank
What you
you.
are saying, we already doing that. And then the job chopper in the box and chopper come up. And the man take on chopper. Then everybody start tell chopper say, we never see them never right there.
Because the man is saying, these things, let me just roll out to you. He's saying that the party is not doing these things. Why are we not printing
Right,
these things? And I said,
right.
brethren,
Just like that.
things are out there in the electronic format and in printed format.
Book.
If you don't have a copy personally for yourself, it is not fair for you to say just because you don't have a copy, meaning it is not being done. That's not fair.
It's true, true.
And that's what I was trying to
You have a
communicate.
copy of the fees that exists. Yeah, true.
And because I know me have this stuff, you know, because I don't left them, I don't give away the tree what me have. But I can find copies up all over the place, so we can find a couple copies.
Now, you're going to tell us that chops you have couple
But
copies
me have it in the car, me don't leave it.
You know, you're chunky,
No.
but wait a do the care and remember take care about the care. But wait a do.
Mario and his friend I put on poll. Chat. Who never see them do care? Hold up on one. Mario and his friend.
You know, me I got tell kids me come in like old fridge. Me I got tell kids.
We have a couple of kids, you know, not get it to her, but I will certainly try to find a
Me
way
not call nobody name, me back Brad Mario, me never call nobody name and you me a chat.
Right.
Me I tell kids to say plank they are call up in name.
I never call up Kixie name. So they go tell her like me. Not the PNP. That them do. Call up people name. Yeah, one of them.
Hey, tapping nice young boy. You have an opportunity to see Park where below put more chops?
No, not yet. But I'm going to try and drive by there tomorrow.
Alright, so me can get me copy them tomorrow then.
I don't know if I can give you the copies tomorrow. But I can give you the local government. Yeah, but I can give two.
Yeah, but Belmont Road.
Shut up, my boy.
But you can also visit Belmont Road, you know.
He live close, Chopper. He my fiscal on me, Chopper. Remember him in a beat up.
No, but I personally give you because he was void of the information.
Yeah.
So it is our duty to keep our brothers informed, you know. Information is not for me alone, you know. The information is to everybody.
All of us.
I would love it every one of us, especially those of us who are on social media.
What's up?
I want to go on a drive to make sure that every single one
What's
of
up?
you have
There's
a
a big man there. The man there that talk to you in the box time there. The big man there that take you on there.
Me have to run him one day, man.
Yeah, but I want good labor rights still, you know. You have to give him.
I don't care how good you are. I tell you preambles earlier.
But you never go about the good idea still.
Hold on, my brother.
It's a chap. You are the more labor who have the chapter.
I don't profess to be any more labor than anybody else. But one thing I will tell you, there's a time
and place.
As labor right, you have to put your hands on deck and cut the bullshit.
True.
There's a time where you can criticize your party and you can try to hold your party accountable, but there's a time when you need to push your party forward.
True.
A time when you have to let go the criticism and start to promote the positive of your party.
That's them all over,
I want place for criticism. Not every space is open for criticism. Some space is for you to push the party's agenda and support the party in a positive way.
True.
Not every environment is for criticism. And sometimes these persons think them know more than everybody. And then think them have the solution to Labour Party. Labour Party been around for how many years now? And we still have issues, and we'll always have issues. So nobody have the solution to it. Support, what we want people to do is to gear themselves and arm themselves with the information so that they can push back against nasty one-jars, comrade. When they come
they say them come out through it rough January, the chap. Me hear them, you know.
I'm prepared for them. And I am prepared for them.
Come out.
And I am prepared for them too. Because propaganda will not win.
Come out to the war. When they can't come with it. When they can't come with it. Come out to the war.
Propaganda will not win.
Petal, I only in the box long time and him not say anything. Me no know his who.
Who?
I only something.
Only speak the
The one
truth. I only speak the truth. What's up?
him
What
not in the
you
box.
say? Me did mute him. Hold on, let me unmute him.
Only speak the truth. Speak some truth for you know.
Where him there? Him not in the box, man.
Yeah, man, I'm in the box.
Him a ghost.
Well,
Oh,
me
down
a
at the
see.
bottom there, so.
Man,
Oh,
below
me
your
see him.
plan. Man,
Yeah.
below your plan.
Oh, me see him now. Remember in our night, you know, me can't see
Big
good.
up yourself, Leggy. Big up
All
yourself.
right,
Him jump out. Him
Father.
let me
jump
take
out.
him on.
My father was a labor, right? Leggy know me daddy, you know.
Oh. Oh
It
gosh.
doesn't sound like a
Them
sleep,
plan
yeah.
them can't come with nothing. I lie them a tell me them move.
What you mean they can't come with nothing? I joke
I
here,
lie
then
them a tell Mario. Them can't
you
come.
can't tell me nothing. Remember the PMP have integrity. To them it can't.
They can't come with nothing, man.
To
Come with
them it
what?
can't two people. They play. Me pick up that carry 2 people. And the man, I said one of them. I said, boy, they can't understand. Why is it that every minute them people they are call up the PMP? Yeah,
What you think, Mario? What you think?
when me think, me give $500 this morning, I give her 500 Canadian this morning, and still no labor right can't tell me what the role of the IC. What chopper,
Oh,
what is the
Cheryl,
role
what's
of the
up?
IC?
You want me to tell you?
I don't come tell me no lie. No boy,
Hey, yo, the
ask
people that you
what
made
is
in
the
this
role
way.
of the IC?
The
Well, the
role of
people
the
that you made
IC what we have now is to bring down my prime minister. So send out me 500 youth carry that dollar.
When you come with that, like she can come with that information long from morning.
You're
I'm black,
wicked.
dark
Yes,
night, food done bad night.
Yes, Walter White. We saw the videos and I have the video on my phone of the beautiful houses. Yes, we saw it. Walter White.
Was watching it. It was
Hey,
live on the prime
hey
minister's
Cheryl.
page.
Leggy, Cheryl, what's going on?
I'm here.
So bring me up to speed again, Cheryl.
Chris, what I'm saying, Chops, what I'm saying, I need one of your book.
No
Can
problem.
I get it?
Cheryl, remind me with Cheryl this again.
Chris, out a road here so for your house
Oh,
from Lacovia.
okay. I know what you're talking about. I know.
So you know we are, hey, nobody have a load of money like that.
Anything over the post office for me?
Chopper, yeah, this one, No. Cheryl. That
No.
I know Cheryl with the letter over the post office for me, you know?
Nothing is here for you.
All right.
Chopper, you
Hey,
make
look
the
here.
lady come call out your right
You
name.
remember when we used to go to the post office with a little boy, you know, and how manageable we were. And the post office is still at the same spot, same setup, nothing changed. And you
I
walk
need
up
to
in
be
there
fixed.
and you ask, is there any letter? Good evening. I don't remember who the senior postmistress is, but you say good evening to everybody. And you say, my name is so-and-so. Is there any letter for? And you start to list everybody that the house.
Everybody in your family. Everybody in your family.
How about once you walk in a post office, the postmistress just going in your family box
that's true.
and start dish out the mail them to you.
That a little
Yes.
post
Yeah,
office
but them still
better.
wait for you as a little boy, them time
Yeah,
there.
I don't know you.
And then you know, so you have like your father's side, you have your father name, but your auntie married and your auntie have a different name, and you walk in and the postmistress just hand you everybody mail one time.
I don't know you, because I know the names them and I know the era, I know the people.
But
Them.
Cheryl, one of them stalwart in the business a long time. Cheryl,
Yes.
them out, and she know my father knows my father is a staunch Labour Party supporter come back in the days, you know. But big up myself, Cheryl. Enough love.
Chopper, you know me. Chopper, you know how me know me. Me a labor, right?
Yeah.
My father born 1918, you know, man, in 9th of March, you know. Me grew up come see my father with a belly in the house, you know.
Yeah, man. My father had a picture of Eddie Siaga,
Yeah.
Mitzi, Christopher. I don't know who else.
Edithiaga,
Yeah.
Mitzi,
Yeah, man. The entire
Edithiaga,
family.
Mitzi, and his 3 children.
Yeah, man. Was
All
in
right.
that picture.
All right. You
Yeah.
don't see how them man. You don't see how them man on the capo.
Yeah. We don't
Am
know
my
him.
father? Am my father friend? Tell them
Okay.
that.
It's a work plan. All right.
Yeah, man. Me tell them in the chat me are 61.
You want a revivalist, man. You want to know.
Revivalist.
Man is an artist, you know.
All right.
Man,
So you see
man do
the
artwork,
area,
you know. My artist, you
Shirley
know.
come from.
You know, man.
You see the area Shirley is from. Only in total 11 labor rights. I mean PNP exists in that state.
Okay.
11 PNP all the way from where she lived to a place named Old Pastor. You can only find 11 PNP. And
some of them dead out.
only 4 of them.
Some of them dead out.
Yeah. And how much labor right in there? 266 or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. So it tells you how much of a strong labor division that is. Very strong. 260 something versus 11 PNP.
I open to convert those 11 chopper.
No, them you know waste your time on them.
Seven dead already.
Because you give them care package, we give them road work, and they still now come over. I remember this gentleman get a farmer ticket from the Labour government to go away, and he came back, and he said to me the other day, what the our government doing for the youth. I say you want no more what I do? They are sending back youth to hard to learn how to read and write and to learn at shade. You want more than that? Yes. And him go tell me say, the government need to do more. I say, what are your government doing? What is your government doing? He can't answer.
Him go for work and do him build a mansion in our community.
He go for farm work and he right now he come back like a front in my buy.
He must spend his money good, man. He must invest in right place, Ear Bank. Because when Ear Bank left him, his money done.
Foundation labor rights stretch, man.
I'll tell you something, man. You see, I'm telling you about Mr. Slowly and Christopher Williams. They are working. I can't say much about GSC, but you see, all right, you see what we have to give back to the senior citizen and the pensioner. GSC will give you. I will say that to about GSC. If I ask Carl GSC any day and ask GSC for anything, GSC will give. But I'm telling you about Mr. Slowly and Christopher Williams, I'm telling you, them are work. Right now, morning, Chris called me this morning and I tell us, Chris, sure, I needed to work from bridge to content. Road work that. And some of the young people, when you call them, they don't want to work. You know why? They don't want nobody walk, drive past them in a taxi and sit to them at cut road banking. But they want to about the hand me go.
How much money them I get?
Yeah.
Besides,
them I get their money.
Me can't come get some of my work. Talk fast. Me buy one plate.
Oh, sure. Start it tomorrow.
It's too early if I need a day. Me buy one plate ticket and come
You
take
know,
your
for
work.
the Burns of the road, Cheryl, I don't know if you look at the Spark website. And the Burns of the road leading, that road was wasn't on the list. But through continuous representation and advocacy, it has been added. So that road is going to be repaired. I don't know if you know. But
and I hope internet work on you know. Then be careful bunny because you see how much people dead bunny.
Yeah, man. That road has not been rehabilitated for a long time.
Yesterday, I talked to the Lacovia police station about the student of Lacovia High School. Yeah. They are smoking around the office back there, sex around there. I don't know they no do around there.
You mean behind the post office?
Behind the post office in our old building. And the post office, they said they was coming to lit down the old building behind the post office. I'm telling you what, you know, when they come catch one little boy, you know, the little boy say, a pee my pee. Say police say things, a pee on the girl. Back shot, you know. So me I tell her say lack of a secondary then smoke. So yesterday I don't know if that young man that met in the accident yesterday, if he was high. Because you cannot come out of bus and run straight in our vehicle.
Well,
Black
that is
River
what we have
refused
to look
him.
at. So we might have to write to
Black
the
River refused him and man never picked him up yesterday. I mean even if he's not doing well.
well, we might have to write to the accountant general and ask for them to look at that space. Because the
We are
you know that thing there
we
was
asked
the MP
we
can
asked
lobby for him, and it's JC constituency that you know.
yes. And at one point one madman set fire on and the fire get away.
You
Nearly
know
burned
that
down the place.
building was donated by JC's father.
What building?
That hospital, that building right there.
The post office?
Yes. It was a donation to the community, you know.
From whom?
From JC Daddy. They don't own the land. And the building.
I know it was Mr. Jones' land.
That one it was JC.
Mr. Jones go straight back to my granduncle place. And where the new gas station is, it was Mr. Jones go straight back down to Miss Miracle.
Yes, to none.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Boy, you call some name that my people have there.
Chris, remember originally so long I'm a mango tree I eat mango and we start by you today. Well, I start by you. So I spoke to JC, you know, about the post office and I said, Mr. JC, like how you gonna step down? And Mr. JC all. Like how you gonna step down, leave a landmark in your constituents that when people pass in can say JC fix it like how Roger Clark fix Santa Cruz post office. You know you're talking shoot, but there is no money. That is what JC said to me.
It just need representation, man. If you write to them and lobby for it.
It's like how rainfall today, Chris. I'm telling you, we have to pull where the press.
Yeah.
Some of the people they register mail went up today.
Wow.
Can I place a leak?
I mean, if you look at it, would know that there's issues because it don't look so bad from the outside. But when you go inside, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm. And JP is did some debushing the other day, and some of the bush drop on the top. So you know, so that's a problem again.
And coming through JC's constituency, when you come from Newmarket, coming into La Cova to Highland Bamboo, there's a lot of debushing going on. There's a whole heap of road work going on.
Yeah, man, JC, I'm going today.
All over. If you travel from you're coming in, you'll see to Danny Lawrence, you see to Dave Brown. Everybody's doing a lot of road work. Lots of road work. The road is clean, people cleaning up the place and getting stuff together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It really is a
I
good
hope
look.
they take
And I was
time
telling
on the road, Chopper. The road's being fixed, but I hope they're taking time, and I think they should, like, you know.
Boy with a fast car. You can't stop everything.
First, them a Markex and Crown and the bikers. No matter you talk to them.
When you go over the police station, a brand new police station sitting down there has not been handed over yet, you know.
Tell him the Chris. Pretty.
New state of the art.
Mm-hmm.
Not been handed over yet, so I'm so proud of my little community. That is where I'm born and growing up. I love down the like. Sure.
Like over here, Chuck.
Yes, man. That's my home, man. Always. And forever will be.
Didn't JC have that constituency where slowly is now?
Yes, JC won it in 1980.
Yeah, man, I remember.
JC literally built the Santa Cruz division, you know.
Look here, you know. I know that JC born a riches. You don't have to tell me that. I know JC born a riches. I know that. JC, Oliver, the whole of them born a riches. And when I JC and him two brothers used to go to school, when the father sending out school and they give them money, and when they come back in at even time, they would say, the father would call the three of them and say, come here, how much money you care back? JC was the only person who bring back money. That's why JC get most of the legacy.
We don't know what legacy he get, and that, we not get into that. One thing I will tell you, that he is a political animal. It is JC's politics that exposed me to Jamaica Labour Party. Growing up as a little youth, the only politician I was exposed to was JC Hutchinson.
And Jesse's a people person.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can say that about him. He sit and play domino with you,
Yeah, man.
having football side and all of that. He's a people person.
He
And
built
Jesse help you.
he built a lot of the institutions, sporting institutions throughout Northeast and Northwest. That's why even though he's at Northwest,
Remember, Chris, remember the last election, last time we won our seat in a this constituency, it was JC who won it.
yeah man, 1980
Okay.
big time.
Mm-hmm. And for JC won it for the time, they will never win it again.
Never, we lost it in 89, I think. And we never win it again.
Never.
Never see it back.
Never.
Lakovia,
What? So you don't think you're gonna get it next year?
What you mean? Mr. Sully, I bring it home, straight home.
yeah, man.
Mr. Sully working very hard, you know.
Sully can win. Sully has a very good, Sully has done a lot of work. I think the only little problem he has is to really crank up his political organization. But outside of that, work-wise, can't miss.
Chopper, what want for my constituency, Chopper? That more and know.
What constituency is yours, Plan?
Northwest St. Catherine.
Northwest St. Catherine? Northwest? Plank, who's the Northwest?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the Northwest?
Oh, Plank.
Plank.
Sir.
Who is
It's
that?
a Northwest St. Catherine.
Who is that? Which MP is that?
Back over Damien side, they saw.
Who is that Northwest, Plank? Northwest St. Catherine. Who is that?
But you Graham side, man.
You Graham. Oh.
Over you Graham.
54 Amos lost by. And Amos not go back, man. Amos not go back, you know. Amos spend a lot of money over there, you know. Newton Amos, he's going back, man. Newton Amos would be a good guy, you know, if him win, you know. It would be a good, look, we don't need to go there and support Newton Amos.
It would be. You know what? You one joke here. The mayor Mandeva cancel one promoter permit. And when you hear from the shout, earlier this year he switched allegiance to the Jamaica Labour Party. The permit is granted all along, you know.
Hey.
They cancel the permit. They cancel it.
Through the years, man, has switched.
Oh, they revoke it.
So me want no petal, something like that. Local government minister can't do anything.
What about it?
Them control the corporation.
Yeah, but you can't just willingly victimize people like that. And it is clear.
Approval the select for the event Color Splash. Having reviewed the permission, a decision has been taken to cancel the permit. And so I want to say to the public that event will not be kept there nor within the precincts of the town. The producer has to find a space outside the precincts of the town. You can own the necessary crowd. Oh God! Just because you switch?
Yeah.
Yo.
Me didn't get that car.
Me give me land on a club.
Me didn't get that car. Where I say I go out for my constituency now, Chopper?
The constituency lost by 54 now. You know that?
So what we are going to do with it? What up? We are going to win this year?
You have to go back and win it, man. You can't get so close to winning and a win. Remember, say, you Graham
not over the chatty Damien there, you know.
Damien, the pan live, the pan caution live right now as we speak.
Yeah, because I'm a boot club in February 2nd campaign. Party broke wave lines, you know. Not even can play quick again. And
Then you have to hold that money.
Nyama out the whole of money chopper.
Yeah.
And I thought them will try with you, Graham, and you, Graham, smart on them. Everyone big head one going back on the man back on him. Yeah, me see me not head big.
Can you imagine? Then just
I forgot about to the
And back up what
Master